Uh, Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the week ending on 11th of December. Right? We are now 10 days or 11 days of December gone. So the first week of December is over, and we are back to our analysis of the week that was and the week that is expected to be. As usual, we will start with the weekly charts on Dow Jones, then Nasdaq, and then look at TSX. At the outset, let me tell you, last week has been a week of consolidation, minor correction, if you call it. But most importantly, it's talking about how the market is expected to move out for this remaining calendar year. And there are only 3 more weeks left before the market closes this year, 2022. So how the market will move now in the next 3 weeks is going to be important to understand what's going to happen in 2023 also. But the week so far on the broad indexes has closed near the bottom of the week. Near the bottom of the week. I'm repeating that twice only so that you will understand and realize how important the closing of this week was. As we can see the chart, the bottom of the week, which has been tested over here, is 33418. And that is almost the low of the previous 3 weeks apart. It is for the previous 2 weeks. 33418 is the low this week. 33559 and 33583 the other 2 weeks. So we closed lower than the other 2 weeks. Also, our high has been lower than the previous week high. Our high this week was 34335, which was lower than the previous week high, which was 34595, and the week earlier was 34386, and this week high is 34335. So 2 weeks of highs, and we have closed lower than that, and our low is lower than the previous 2 weeks low. So this is the first sign of a reversal in the uptrend. The weekly higher highs and higher lows is now turning to a lower high and a lower low. First sign of being wary and possible reversal. But this is on a weekly chart. Right? However, on the Dow Jones, the weekly chart is currently at the 65 moving average. The 65 moving average is at 33482. We are currently closed at 33476. So you are as good as on the weekly chart of a 65-day moving average support levels. What is important is your 8 moving average, which has crossed the 20 and crossed the 34, is the next support, first support level, somewhere near, if you can look at it, it will be 33,214. 33,200 first support level. Now, 33,200 or 33,150 also happens to be the resistance zone over here, which can now act like a first minor support. Clear? So these are weekly charts. Point number 2 or point number 3, your histograms have fallen down. The MACD line and the signal line, they are trying to merge and give you a negative crossover. CCI is anyway on a down tick, curve down, already reached a level of 76. Stochastic overbought at 92.5 and 95. The negative crossover has already taken place. Now, all these things have already taken place primarily because of the red Marubazu candle on the last week. Right? Now, however, if we look at the day chart, your super trend had turned flat as good as early as 25th of November. So this super trend level of 33,250 should be used as a support for it to bounce. Why am I saying that? Because this level will be at the 34 moving average and the super trend and near the lower Bollinger Band. So 33,250 and 33,150, in that range, I shall look for a buying opportunity on Dow Jones. I'm repeating myself, 33,150 and 33,200 or 250. I should look for a minimal buying opportunity to enter over here. Why am I saying buying opportunity? I'm still expecting the upper trend to continue. Number one. Number two, why am I expecting a buying opportunity? Because your histograms have started giving you an alternate color, red, green, red. The minute your histograms start getting confused, there is a high possibility market may give you a slight dip, correct, and then move up. Why should we move up? Because CCI is already at minus 115, and most importantly, stochastic is at 17 and 24. Now, that is an oversold position for stochastic. If this turns around and gives you a uptick, a crossover, positive crossover, your CCI will also turn and your MACD will follow later on. Which is why this 33,250 and 33,150 would be the zone that I would like to buy. I'm specifically saying 33,150 is because on this day, when the gap up was created, the low was 33,167. 33,167. If this breaks, this gap is going to get filled in, and then your buying levels will be coming somewhere over here, 32,491. So if this breaks, if 33,150 breaks on a closing basis, if 33,150 breaks on a closing basis, your downtrend can go all the way up to 32,000 comfortably. 32,200 and 32,000 can be seen for. Though I am not expecting it to break very, very strongly. Why am I not expecting it to break? You can always check it out. Go back into history. Go back 10 years, 15 years. Check out your last 3 weeks of trading on the index, how they have moved. First week of December may have been negative. Second week, third week, or fourth week tends to move bullish. It tends to close at the high point of the month at least, because the institutions want to close on a high before they go on a Christmas break. So I'm expecting that emotions to play with the institutions and give you a green closing in the last 2 weeks of December. And that's exactly what is left. The fourth week of December is hardly any trading by institutions. So for then, by the third weekend of December, third Friday, Saturday of December, their year gets closed. So that is why the next 2 weeks, they will try and move it up they have to give you a negative, a downside gap down open because of this red Marubasu on the week and on the day. So they may give you a slight gap down opening, but the week next weekend, it will be closing in green. That's my observation on Dow and on Dow Jones weekly chart, day chart. Now, instead of Dow, let's look at Nasdaq. Another reason to important to think about it is, why is Dow giving you a correction, higher correction? Because Dow has already recovered. It's closer to its lifetime high by about 10%, whereas Nasdaq is still to recover, which is why Nasdaq is still giving you a bearish super trend but flattish. Whereas if you look at Dow Jones on a weekly chart, this was a bullish with a flattish super trend. So Dow Jones is correcting so that Nasdaq can catch up. But look at this super trend and now turning flat. Now I don't expect this to come to 30,900. I'm expecting this to come to 33,150 and then this level maximum 32,300. But that has already been covered. So let's go back to Nasdaq. Right now in Nasdaq weekly chart, look at the closing. Last 3 weeks, almost same. Low is 10,910. Low is 10,944. Low is 10,975. So 10,900, 940 has been constantly being maintained. The positive crossover has happened here, which is why it's going up. But the red histogram coming in on the MACD is of concern. CCI also coming down and stochastic still positive bullish tone, 52 and 49. Right? So Nasdaq on a day chart, recovered from the low and moved up. So till Nasdaq does not break the low of 10,910, I am happy. And the super trend level is also at 10,870. So I'm looking at 10,900 or 10,870 or 850, around that zone to buy Nasdaq. So anybody trading on TQQ or SPY, that is the zone. Whenever Nasdaq spot touches 10,000, 10,910 or 10,870 or 885, I shall look to buy with minimal stop loss. Both these levels in Nasdaq and Dow Jones is what we tell you is trading on the edge, with the edge, with minimal stop loss. Trading on the edge, with the edge, with minimal stop loss. If this super trend breaks, this can be your stop loss, or then you can take a position which is negative, because then the super trend will turn negative. Clear? Nasdaq, Dow Jones, done. As I have already just told you, if you look at the weekly charts on Nasdaq, look at this zone. This is November December 7th, 14th. Each time, check it out. High is 12,809. Next week high is 12,841. And the last week is when the institutions are not around, they give you a confused candle. Let me zoom in and show it to you. This is first weekend of December, red candle, green and green. 2020, 21, green candle, red candle, green, and again a red candle at the top. But it will close by the third weekend of before they break for Christmas, towards the high point of that month. Towards the high point of the month. So 21 they did that. 20 they have done that. Let's see if they did that in 19 also. So first weekend is over green, red. Second, third weekend, fourth weekend, 23rd, and then a doji. They kept up. I've given you 4 years. I can check out 18 also. First weekend, second weekend, third weekend, 24th Christmas, they recovered and they brought you back. So, good time to shop. Any investors here? Good time to shop. What they did it in 2017. Look at this. First weekend, second weekend, third weekend higher. Christmas on 25th, 26th, ending on 26th. It gives you a almost near the top of the month, and then gives you time to shop. For the next January till January, it will rally. It gives you a time to shop and buy. That was Nasdaq and Dow Jones. Let's now go back to TSX and see how TSX is favoring. All right. TSX again on a weekly chart is following Dow Jones in giving you the fall. But important thing to note in TSX is that 65 is still above. However, 8 and 34 are below your TSX, your weekly chart. So the 8 levels of 19,750, 775 should give you a strong support for this TSX levels to bounce back and move up. The Super 10 on weekly chart is still bullish, but turned flattish now. The other indicators are all turning as overbought. So there would be a small correction expected. However, don't expect a very large correction on TSX account. I would look at an activity of 19,450, 19,500 up lower zone. It should not fall below there, because at that point, 8, 20, and 34, all these 3 moving averages will come in play. 8, 20, and 34, all 3 moving averages on the weekly chart will come in play. They are all almost together. So I'm expecting this level to be maintained of 19,450 or 19,400 to be securely maintained. On the day chart, This is interesting. 5 days of the week and the last 3-4 days were almost at the same lower levels. Almost at the same lower levels. But on the day chart, super trend has turned bearish and slightly turning to become flattish. Now, this slight turning to become flattish gives you the indication that even if this falls, this is the level to look for, 19,700. And if that gets broken, this gap filling can be tried. And if you look at the level, 19,552 and 19,351, 19,500 or 19,400, gap filling can be done. Gap filling can be done, 19,400, 19,500. If that gap gets filled up, thereafter the fresh rally will start because he is turning flattish. And my MACD histograms have started to turn green. This is giving me a stronger hope of a quicker reversal, possibly may not go down to fill the gap also. May not go down to fill the gap also on TSX. Possibly the turn could happen somewhere at 19,750 or 775 or this level, a dip and then a reversal and turn. Not only is this giving me that indication, the green histograms, your CCI is also curving upwards and your stochastic levels are 8.45 and 19.5, and the black line is trying to come into the green in the red line. So if this crossover happens, this will continue, and if this happens, this could be a very strong pullback rally. Again, trading on the edge, so you should be a good buyer around 19,750 on TSX. You see that, see the TSX, that spot 19,750. Start hunting for stocks which have not fallen since 1st of December. So you will know what stocks are resilient when the market was going down. They did not fall. So anything which has fallen the least in the last 1 week or in the last 2 weeks gives you the stock which is resilient enough to go up. That is how you will now look for multi-bagger ideas or multi-bagger stocks or diamonds within the scattered in the market, which could give you a quicker return, be it on TSX, be it on Nasdaq, be it on Dow Jones. All three indices, same rules will apply. Clear? All right. Any questions from anybody? Monin, I'll take your SPY and Tesla shortly.
Sajid, just
Yes.
one thing.
Yes.
I was also looking at TSX, and I look a bit at the Bollinger Bands, both with 1 sigma and with 2 sigma.
All
So
right.
an interesting thing with TSX is just complementing what you said. Over the last 3 or 4 candles, whether it's the day chart or the 2-hour chart, the 1 sigma lower Bollinger Band has been protected. So it's not gone out or, away from the 1 sigma. So that means there's a, it's the index is trying to pull itself up.
Yes.
And that level is being protected. So it's not even going out of 1 sigma to 2 sigma.
Yes.
So it's not even going to the full Bollinger Band.
Yes. Because after the expansion, this contraction has already happened here. You realize this expansion here? Expanding and then contracting
You would
and giving a squeeze.
Sorry.
See the expansion in the Bollinger Band, contract expansion here and then contracting over here.
Right. And also on the 2-hour chart, we'd see that, just on the same lines, that level that is being protected, you see it, if you bring your cursor at the bottom, you see it with an underline. Even on the 2-hour chart, it's pretty visible that, that level is being protected.
So 1940 is being strongly contested. 1940 is being strongly being defended.
Correct. So इसमें in fact the lower Bollinger Band on the 2-hour chart at 1 sigma is 19,942. So it's still not hit that.
Exactly.
It's still there by 3 to 4 points. So
yes.
That looks set up for a reversal.
Very true. Very, very true. I agree with you. Gaurav, I completely agree with you.
Sir, wait for Tuesday, because Tuesday there is a meeting, Fed meeting for regarding interest rate hike. So till that time, the market should be volatile. When there will be a clarity, probably that time it should be good to entry or exit whatever position we have.
Yes. Yes, Vivek. That is a fact of life. That Tuesday we should have some news from the Fed on the interest rates. And that is exactly why I say that possibly Monday you may see a gap down or a red day, but that's the day to shop. Get ready to shop. Get ready to invest, because then that investment you will liquidate in 3rd week of January. That's the investment you will liquidate in 3rd week of January. Right? So Simran has asked for gold futures. Let's take the lady first and then take Munir later on. Kamal, gold futures would be what, 23rd or earlier? Simran, are you online? Are you on call? If you are on call, please tell me, is this the right one that I've selected or?
Sir,
Yes, Kamal.
yeah, GC.
Just GC?
Yeah.
Just GC is not available. GCF is there.
Yeah. So that's the one, sir. I shared in the link.
All right. That is GCF 23 February 23rd.
Yeah. So that's gold future.
All right. First things first, as we always tell you, this is a weekly chart. Clearly uptrend. Now, keep one thing in mind. Whenever the markets will correct, gold will go up. When the markets will rally, gold will come down. Standard inverse proportion is there. Inversely correlated. When the markets are going to rally and go up, gold will fall down, because institutions will move their money into a product which is faster moving. And when markets are consolidating or about to correct, institutions will buy gold to hedge their positions, or because that is when they expect the gold to rise. Now, on the weekly chart, you do realize that the gold is rising.
Yeah. Vivek sir, just input. I think Priya has joined on behalf of Simran.
Yes, she's on call, yes.
And she has 1665 sell positions and 1635 sell positions. So she would like to know if gold is still expected to go up, in which case she can close her position because it's a sell position.
Yes.
If it is going to drop, then she can hold.
No. Now, I don't expect the gold to drop immediately. Why? Because the 8 moving average has crossed the 200-day moving average and the 20-day moving average on a weekly chart. This is on an uptrend, very clearly uptrend. However, the first resistance for gold is at 1836, which is this support trend level. 1836. That's number one. Number two, let me just recalculate the target for you and give it to you. How further can it go on up to 1716 minus 1620. That's 176. Expect this to go up to 1860 only. 1830 is what I was talking to you on super trend level. Upper target here is 1860. And after that, it should start falling. If we're looking at a February 23 future, I don't think you should be worried. Even if it goes up, it will eventually correct and come down. But the lower target then will be about 1620 or around 1650, 1620. Don't expect it to fall beyond that. Clear? Now, that was weekly chart. Your crossover has happened. Both your MACD line and signal line are within your histograms. That is why this target of 1830, 1860. CCI at 133 can go up to 200, 225 also, which is this level or maximum 1870 levels. That is 1860, 1870 levels. Right? Stochastic at 91.85 and 87 is an overbought position. So this could turn around anytime. CCI has turned flattish. It could fall. So I would expect it to go up to 1830 or 1860 and then reverse from there. Since your position is February 23, you have almost 2.5 months left or 2 months and 3 weeks. So this can easily reverse and come down to the levels of about 1620, 1640. That is the target you should be looking for in February, before February, which is not very difficult. Hopefully that answers you. This is the weekly chart. You look at the monthly, day chart. And this is what I'm talking about. Super trend giving you support and climbing. Climbing with volume because you had the day on Friday was bad for the markets. It gave you a red Marubazu. Yeah, that is the reason why you had huge volume in gold futures. Yeah. However, don't expect a very big run. As I've already said, 1830, 1850 is the place where you should be expecting your correction to come place. And if that comes in, because this will give you the rise till Monday or Tuesday. Today it's already at 1809, 1830. It may touch by Monday, by Tuesday or Wednesday latest, and then give you the reversal to come down. And once 1730 breaks, then this gap filling is easily possible. And then 1630, 1640 is on the cards. But because it's a February future, I'm really not worried. If you can hold it, I would suggest hold it for your target of 1620, 1640. Does that answer you?
Wait, sir, can you take on trading view? Because gold on trading view, it is giving the spot price and she is trading based on spot price. That's why her target levels are also based on spot price. I've put the link in chat.
All right, let me just check. I'm only opening up the trading view. Now, but then if I open it from here, it will not open my this thing. Anyway,
Yeah, if you just use the link I put in chat.
now he's asking me to sign in and all that, which is going to be anyway. I've seen that. Let me just gold, no?
Yeah.
Gold. What is the code now? One second. Let me open the charts. Let me open the charts first. Where is the charts? Give me the code.
Search for gold.
Just a minute. Where is it? Let me come.
If you click on that link, it can.
I
take
know,
you
but
that.
it won't open on my chart immediately because he asked me to sign in. I have gold what?
So it's showing all the stocks, not the GFD.
Open your trading view and give me the code.
So GCF, I think.
Sir,
Uh,
if you click on the link that I have put in chat and just try opening that in
I
browser.
tried it. It asked me to log in. I tried to do that. It asked me to log in. That is the reason why I came back to where I was.
Vivek,
So I'll show it to you again. Look at this.
Kamal, if you have it open, share it on your screen.
Share it on your screen. I will analyze it with your screen.
Yeah.
no,
I was also
Vivek sir,
thinking the same.
you have to select all sources. When you search, you have to select all sources. Currently, you are only seeing in Canada, like Canada symbols. only.
Yes.
You can search gold again. You can type gold again. And here on the right side, you'll see a Canada.
Why is it not moving? You see gold again.
Gold, yeah. And here
In
on the right
country.
side, you see a country Canada. Yeah, click there. And select all sources.
All
The
sources.
first option, top option, yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
first
now
one.
you can see.
Thanks, Dinesh.
Thank you, Dinesh.
No problem.
Not working on my machine. So he knows I don't trade on gold, so he won't even show me the gold.
Is it not opening?
No, it's not opening.
Okay, sir.
I'm trying
So
to.
then I'll share my screen.
I'll stop sharing and you share on yours, and I'll analyze it there only.
Yeah. So that I don't have the.
System gets hanged.
Okay, I'll share my screen. Do you want to stop sharing?
I've
Or-
already clicked on stop sharing twice. I'm just waiting for it to stop it. Good Lord. That's why I
Wait, sir,
don't
can
like-
you see my screen or is the screen?
I can't
still
see your screen at all. I can't see your screen at all.
It's blank.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
I can see your screen. I can see.
Vivek, sir, can you stop sharing?
I've
Because-
already clicked on it twice.
Okay.
But my system is as old as I am, so it takes time.
No worries. Let it.
In the meantime, you start analyzing on the gold chart. Since they can see your screen, You can analyze it in the meantime. I can hear you.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
I can't see. I still see Vivek sir's screen.
Yeah, same here.
So I have started sharing my screen. Vivek sir.
Okay, now I see your screen. Come on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can also see your screen now.
Let me. Vivek sir, do you want me to take on the weekly chart?
Take it anything. Weekly will do. Daily will also do.
Right. So on the weekly chart, as Vivek sir was saying, let me see it and darken this. Okay, let's continue. I'll just darken the indicator so okay. So as Vivek sir was saying, on the weekly chart, it is almost near this level, which was previously it had acted as at this range.
Resistance.
Yes. So it had acted as resistance, and the next level which Vivek sir was mentioning was 1876 could be the next resistance. On the weekly chart, as per stochastic, and let me add some more indicators. Vivek sir, would you like to have?
No, that's fine. Williams R is fine. Either Williams R and MACD line. If you can add MACD, that will be good.
It will not be letting me to add because
Then you
I
remove
already have.
all that.
Kamal,
You can't add.
Kamal, let me share. I have everything on my screen, so it'll be easier.
Okay.
Just let me know which views we want, and I'll keep putting them up.
Yeah. So
Take a
maybe I'll just quickly.
weekly view first and then take a daily view, Gaurav. A week
Okay.
first and then daily.
Sure.
And add stochastic, MACD, and either CCI or Williams R, either of them.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I have only these three indicators. Gaurav, when you're ready, then we can switch to your screen. Okay. Meanwhile.
Yep, I am ready. I have stochastic, William R, MACD, and moving averages.
Lovely.
Let me just stop there.
Thank you.
So, yeah. So purple is 100 EMA.
That's all right.
Yellow is 34.
34 and 10.
10.
Done.
Blue is 10.
Wonderful. Now the blue is climbing and about to take out 34 and about to take out 34 first. And purple is 100, which is higher up. And the price is above the 100. But the most important thing to me is the MACD is green histograms and the crossover has already happened now. And the blue line of MACD, the MACD line has entered the histogram. The orange line is about to enter. Williams R is at -6, which is an overbought position. So a correction can happen. Stochastic, do you see the last blue line on top taking a dip down? A correction on the cards. So which is why I was telling you, if currently it is at 797, expect it to go up to 1830, 1840, max 1860. And at that point, a correction will come in, and that will bring it down back to about 1620, 1630. And that is exactly where your profits will start generating. But don't expect the gold to go below 1600 at all. So if you are expecting that gold will touch below 1600, I will say don't be too keen to carry the position for long. Then you should be trailing your stop losses accordingly. Now, at 1630, 1640, I would like to book back my profits definitely. Because you look at CCI, you look at Williamson, you look at MACD and stochastic, all of them have turned only when the price was around 1620, 1630 in the month of September and October. Yeah. No. Just where you do the green line to your right, to your right, to your right, come to your right completely.
Sorry.
You're going to the left here, right? That's it. Just that the baseline which you have drawn are all in September, October.
Right.
And just look at the MACD, Williamson and stochastic, they are all at the rock bottom around that time. And they've turned up from there only. So even if it goes up, it will come down, take the level there, and again buy it up from there. So if you're going to buy gold, you should be buying gold when the spot touches 1635 or 1650. Between 1650 and 1620, buy your gold for an uptick of 1800 and take your profits out. That should be the buying strategy on gold at this level. Until and unless gold crosses 2000, don't go long in gold. At 2000, you will go short in gold. So you're buying it at 1610, 1620, 1650. So between 1600 and 1650, you would be a buyer for gold. You would be a seller for gold at around 1830, 1850. In case if you find the momentum going up, you can trail your stop losses to a target of 2000. However, at 2000, close all your positions in gold, all your long positions in gold, and wait for a correction. If gold breaks its all-time high and crosses 2100, then is your fresh rally in gold completely. But at that point of time, the indicators will have given you that intimation very clearly in advance. So for Simran and Priyanka, I mean, I know the same. Look for a correction since you're holding a February futures. Look for correction and expect to touch your profit at 1620, 1640 before your future expires.
I think she's holding spot because on Yahoo Finance it was just showing futures. That's why
Correct.
I
But the
suggested
levels
to-
are almost similar.
Yeah. So
If she's holding spot, gold is anyway a good investment for anybody. So if she can look to average it there or buy fresh around there to take it up. But
Yeah,
the targets
but-
are known, but they don't expect the price to go below 1600.
yeah, but since she has short position, that's why she is asking whether she should hold, expecting it to drop back to those levels, or she should
No,
close the position.
Those levels will come, and they will come in the immediate future. Because even your February futures are talking about it. They will come in the immediate future. But if you say within this year or within this month, no. Within this month, it may not come down that badly. Or that fast. I can't say badly, but that they won't come down that fast.
Right, sir. As it is, this is a weekly chart, so it's not going to move that fast, anyways.
Just check it on the day chart also. The day chart will give you similar activity. Yes. Now you look at the day chart. Monday morning was a Marubazu red. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All 4 days, lower highs, the higher highs and higher tops. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all 4 days, higher highs and higher lows. So, and exhaustion at the top.
Right.
So at 1820, 1830, a correction is about to come as it happened in the month of August. Yes, exactly here. The highs were known to you. And in August, when the highs were known to you, it corrected from there itself and brought it down.
And so here, this entire week, it's been taking support from the 10 EMA.
Yes. Which is why a slight uptick is possible. I'm not going to deny that fact. But after that, it has to give you a correction down.
And so this, I think, lines up with the index analysis as well, that, we are saying that small dip and then,
Yeah.
a,
And then
uptick.
the rally
So,
upwards.
so similarly, the reversal here.
Yes. So a small, so when the markets will take a dip, the gold will shoot up. So Monday, Tuesday, gold will shoot up. You will have a tapering effect of the rate hikes. And with that tapering effect of the rate hike coming in, market will rally and gold will take a dip. That's going to be the way next week, Monday to Wednesday, is going to span it out. That's the way the prices will pan for indexes and for gold. Gold will be the exact opposite replay of the index. Yeah. Priyanka, if you're on call, you have any questions? Please unmute and ask. Priya, sorry, not Priyanka, Priya. Priya, does it answer your questions or do you have any more queries on gold?
Hi, I'm sorry, but I had no questions about gold.
All right.
I think there was a confusion.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Priya. Thank you. All right. So now to take up SPY and Tesla for Munir. Any other requests coming up?
You can take price, sir.
I can take SPY. All right. SPY would almost be similar to our Nasdaq, the friend in Nasdaq.
Yes, sir. I think after Nasdaq, we can cover SPY all the time.
I already covered Nasdaq.
Since Munir is trading SPY futures.
SPY future. So SPY.
Yes is SPY future.
Oh yes, ES is SPY future. So let me take SPY first and then take ES also thereafter. Yes, Munir. Weekly chart, very important. Super trend levels touched and fell down. But 8 moving average, 20 and 34 are all in the conjunction for an upward tick. 8 is still strong enough, ready for upward tick. On the moving average, 391 or 390 held as a support for SPY for the entire last 4 weeks. Right now, as I'm expecting it, or as I'm probability, Monday negative day, so possibly this level of 385 or 388, and by Tuesday, Wednesday, we will go back upwards. So my thing is going to be, I'm expecting it to move up, not on Monday itself, but by Tuesday, Wednesday, this should be again testing 410. or 409. Why are we seeing this? Weekly chart, stochastic at 82 and 78, which is positive. He has just come into the histograms, but quite late, and tried to curve down. So this possibly could give you a small testing time till this doesn't crosses over on Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursday. That is SPY for you for the week. SPY on day chart is very clearly testing the bullish super trend on a day chart. And 8, which is the blue line, and 20, which is the mid Bollinger Band or the yellow line, are almost running parallel. And here you see the histograms turning green on the lower side. And this is the difference between the day chart and the weekly chart. Here, stochastic is at 14 and 1875. So the crossover, positive crossover can be expected. CCI is at minus 17, minus 79, minus 80. A flattish tone and a curve upward again expected. Histograms turning green on the MACD signal lines can turn back again and give you a spike up. As I've always told you, Nasdaq has to catch up with the broader market of Dow, so he will move faster upwards. So for me, if you're playing on Nasdaq or SPY, 410 is a comfortable target by either Friday or latest Tuesday next week thereafter. Either coming Friday, 410, or Tuesday after that. Expansion of Bollinger Bands, squeezing and flattening on both sides. You are at a super trend support levels, lower Bollinger Band squeezing. All moving averages are climbing up except 8. Only 8 is turned flat, else everybody is climbing up. So you expect a movement to go high. Right? This was SPY on weekly and daily charts. Now ES futures, which Munir is trading. And because I know he's a day trader, I will not look at the weekly chart. I'll just look at the day chart. Identical layouts of the moving averages, super trend, Bollinger Band. Look at this curving up, going up. Look at this flattening, almost identical. So this by 4088 or 4100 by not next week, but Tuesday, Wednesday, the week thereafter is a high possibility. High possibility. A small dip possibly to this levels, 3850 or 3840, and thereafter back to 4100. So if anybody is trading on this futures lot, the place to buy would be 3850. Whenever ES future is at 3850, you should be buying it for a target of 4100 or at least 4075. So this is the first level of currently expected to hold. If it bounces, the target's already known to you. If this breaks, this is the level you will buy it at. 3830, 3850. Munir, does that answer you?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have marked the 4085 level,
Yeah.
and on below side it's 3900, and if it holds, it will go up to 4065. And if break down, it's 3850 for sure.
Yeah, 3900 exactly as you have mentioned it, and 3850 around the same place where you are talking about. Targets you have exactly said right, 4050, or I've said 4100 or 4075.
Yeah, 4065.
Yeah.
Actually, I have marked the
That's all
4065.
right. That's also valid. That's also valid. That is a valid trade which you can expect to trade.
Yeah.
Next in line, you have mentioned Tesla. So let's take Tesla for you, and then
It's
take
high volatile. Like last week it was 71, then it went to 84 all the way, 184.
made a low here at 169,
Yeah.
high of 182 on Friday, and close. Now look at what happens on Tesla. He is not playing with the way market is playing. Market gave you a red Friday. He's giving you a green Friday. As we always say, there are some stocks which will move against, but very clearly, super trend turned bullish and that trend turned flattish and taken support at exactly the same place, 171 levels. So he is taken to 169 and then bounced back to close at 173. So 171, you could have bought this place with the least stop loss or practically zero stop loss. The stop loss should have been the low here, 166. Anybody buying it at 171, stop loss is 166, target 198 here.
Yep.
197, 198. But whenever 194 breaks, your next target is 218. But this being Tesla, I have my reservations on it since ages. See the flattening here? It goes up, doesn't come up. So midway only he will cross down. So quick trades, yes. I would suggest for Tesla, don't use a weekly chart, use the daily chart and take your trades. Quick trades, yes. Your levels are clearly identified. 194, 197. Buy at 171, stop loss of 166, targets of 194, 197. Which will be a very good target. A $20 on a 190 investment or a 170 investment is a very good target. Almost about gives you about 15%. Clear? Moni, any questions?
No, sir.
All right. HYLD is what?
Sir, I have requested one more. It's CM.
Which one? CM.
CM, yeah.
CM. Toronto or
No, it's New York Stock Exchange, NYSE.
all right.
Yes, that one.
Now, very important stock if you ask me, but let's take the week chart first. Seen the resistance at the support trend levels? 48, 49. Weekly is still down. Negative crossover down, but your support levels are 41.68 or 39.75. So you should be looking to buy this product, enter the trade around 40. Around 40 or 41. If you are a risky trader, enter anytime Monday or Tuesday. Keep this low of this candle as a stop loss, which is 39.72. Keep this as 39.50 as a stop loss and take a good trade. And the high is over here is 48.85, 48.82, 48.80. So wherever you enter, your target is 48.75. Not 48.80 or 48.85, 48.75. This is a weekly chart. Day chart, I'll come back again and show it to you. This is the day chart. Again, the entry price is 40.50, between 40.50 or anyway, or even this one, 41.51, and your target price is 48.70. Now, one good thing over here, if you look at the Bollinger Bands, expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, and again expanding. But the downtrend is, super trend is in the bearish mode, and no signals here are talking about curvature or reversal immediately, apart from the fact that the price touched the lower Bollinger Band, went outside for 1, 2, and 3 days, brought in, stayed in, brought down. So now, after this consolidation of almost about 4 or 6 days, almost 5 days, the rule of Bollinger Band is this is going to attempt at least your mid Bollinger Band levels. It will at least attempt once to come to the mid Bollinger Band levels, which is indicating by the histograms reducing in size, volumes dipping. So as we have said on the index, expect a gap down on Monday, Tuesday, and then rally up. So if you ask me to annotate the movement, how it will be, it should go like this. I'm bad at my drawing, but that is what I'm expecting it to go. It won't be as smooth as this drawing is. It's going to be quite ruffled up. It could be practically, if I may say it, something like this. Right? Does it answer you, Munir?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Lovely. All right. Next online, we had HYLD ETF. Priya, is this the one?
Yes, that's the one.
Lovely. Lovely. Now, here. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead,
Will
go
be
ahead.
HYLD.TO. That's the cover call.
All right. HYLD dot. Which one? Dot which one?
TO.
Oh, TO. All right. Toronto.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Number one, it's a recent listing, as can be seen in the weekly chart. I purposely went to the weekly chart. Why? I'll let you know, because when I saw the day chart, I saw very little on the 200-day moving average. This is the 200-day moving average. That is why I went and checked up on the weekly chart also. So it's a recent listing, and the 200-day moving line has just come up over here. Now, first things first, super trend is bearish and flattish, which is why it is coming to these levels and bouncing back from there. It's coming to $12 and bouncing off. If you were to trade, Priya, be very careful of this trade in the sense it's showing me a box trade. Can you see that box trade?
Yes.
Right from November 14th onwards, it's giving me the box trade. Now, how do you do the box trade? You always buy at the lower level and you liquidate at the high level. Now, this is a good trade with almost a 60-cent profit in the trade. So you buy around 12 or 11.95 with minimal stop loss. Now, why I said minimal stop loss? Because if this 11.90 breaks or 11.95 breaks, this gap has to get filled in, which they have tried to fill it on 1, 2, 3, 4 occasions, but they have not been able to fill this up so far. They have only filled half the gap. So this gap can come down to 11.85 or even to this level of 11.70. Yeah, it can come down till 11.70. But till it is trading within the box, the trade is buy here, sell here. So buy at 11.95 or 12, sell at 12.45, 12.48, wherever you find it. But I would say buy at 12 and sell at 12.40. That's still 40 cents profit, which is quite handsome because you would be buying in quantity.
Mm.
If you're, since it's an ETF, you're definitely buying a lot. So that 40 cents will give you good money. And if you look at it, it gives you money in how many days?
It gives
1,
me every
2,
month.
almost 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing happened here. 1, 2, and 3 days. Happened here. You bought at 112. It's already at 12.12. So if it goes to 12.40, in the next 2 days, it will give you your money. So quick small trades, buy at 12 or 11.95, sell at 12.40. But in case if 11.95 breaks, look for a lower level of 11.60.
Hmm.
Then that will be a buying level, 11.60 or 11.40. Because then this low will act as your stop loss. 11.30 will act as your stop loss. So if you're buying at 11.40 or 11.45, 11.30 is your stop loss, which is also the supported levels here, 11.27. Because this supported level breaks, this will be your next support. After that, next support is 11.25.
Mm.
Yeah, targets are already known to you. Your stop losses and supports are also known to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Any questions?
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Most
Surjit, this also gives a 1% dividend every month.
welcome. That is the bonus or the cherry on the cake.
That's the reason I've invested in it.
Well, you should stay invested, but at the same time, if you can get your profits in between, it is always worth it.
Yes, true.
Right? So that is what we say as a trader. Learn to capture your cheese before you take your bread. Your
Yeah.
dividend is your bread and butter, but the 40 cents coming in between are your cheese and jam and marmalades and whatever else that can make you water your mouth.
That's true. That's true.
That's the way it would be. All right. All right. So we covered HLYID. VIX. Vivek wants me to do VIX. Vivek, you're doing BNS.
Sir,
Sir, I
VIX
have
and
one
BNS.
question.
Hanji?
Sorry to
Wix.
interrupt. How did whoever screened the stock, how did it come up on their screen, or what was the criteria was used for this ETF on Toronto Exchange?
Yes, that's a good question. Priya, answer that. Please unmute, put a camera on, and let's see you answering it.
I'm sorry. Can I hear the question again?
Vivek asked you, how did you identify this ETF, and what are the criteria for screening and doing it? So we would also like to learn. Being a collaborative effort, no harm in learning.
Okay. So basically, I am a passive investor. I am not an active investor. My belief is getting more dividends in the long run. And I do follow a lot of investment pages on Facebook as well. So there is one called as Passive Investment Investing, and I follow that. They have their videos and everything going on YouTube, and that's how I got to know about HYLD stock. Most of my stocks are ETF covered call ETFs. I'm sorry, and wherein I am just investing in it for a month to get my dividend increase. And I also have an app. I'm not sure if everyone is aware about it. It's called as Stock Events.
Yes.
So Stock Events, you just put in your stocks, whatever you hold, and it will say how much dividends are you getting per month, per year, as well as per day. So my whole focus is just to have passive income.
That's a good one. That's a good take of an investment, and that's a new twist in the thinking. That's very nice. So then you are basically playing on the dividend income that you're generating every month.
Yes.
Lovely.
And also I do invest per month, like a small amount, so that I have my dividend as a drip, as well as my per month, contribution.
All right.
And I have divided my ETFs as HYLD. I have something called as ZWC. I'm not sure. It's all BMO.
All right.
Bank of Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those stocks. Then there is a DFN. That's a good stock, which pays me like a good dividend.
All right.
I started slow.
But you don't trade.
No, I am mostly not into trading because I find it really tedious to be, continuously focused on the stock market.
All right. That's a good actually a profile of an investor, if you ask me. I mean, that's one portfolio that I keep talking about in my private meetings with everybody, a wealth generating portfolio. And that is quite similar to what you are thinking of, where you are playing on dividends. Whereas I would be playing on stocks only. I would never bother myself with dividends. I would rather bother about the quality of stocks I pick up and the growth that I will expect in the next 10, 15 years. It's a long-term investment plan.
Right.
That's the way I would like to do it. Good.
And the reason for asking is this, like I have a dividend portfolio, which I'm trying to build. So that combined with the support resistance that we learned, that really helps to grow a lot. So that's why, like, are there any, because I was looking for resources on dividend investing. There are very few out there, but that's the reason why I asked. Yeah, I couldn't get the website that you mentioned, and website or
it is not a web. So the app is Stock Events that helps you to check how many stocks you own and what is the dividend that you get. And if you want to know about the page which helped me to invest in dividend yielding ETFs, it is on Facebook. That's called as Passive Income Investing. And the person is Adriano, who has his YouTube channel as well. So you can just I can just share the information in
that would be good.
Sure, yeah, that's great.
Share that because
let everybody else get it. Yeah, that will be good.
Sure.
That will be
sure. I can do that. No problem.
Thanks, Priya.
City are you based in? Yeah.
No problem. I'm sorry?
Which city are you based in?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I am based in Mississauga.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Good. Glad to hear
That's
that.
great. So Vivek, I shared the link of stock events which we have mentioned, and
And Priya will
Priya,
share
you can
the
share the
page.
Facebook group name in the GMT WhatsApp group.
Sure. I'll just do it in a bit. I'm just looking at the exact name. I don't want to
Yeah,
miss.
you can take your time.
No.
Take your time. No
Yeah, I'll do
urgency.
it. Thank you.
You are never in
Thank you.
urgency.
Yes, sir. Do you want to go to Wix?
Yeah, I'll just go to Wix and BNS. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. So Vivek Nalavade has requested for Wix. Vivek, Wix is climbing, but having a resistance at 23.24. Clear? Histograms flattened, though the MACD line and the signal line are both climbing up still further. Now, if VIX goes to 23, 24, volatility in the market will increase only. So my expectations is it's a sideways market going to move in a very narrow range market. It's not going to move up drastically. So it will go up to 24 and then correct. Now it has currently tested the level at 23 on 3 weeks and hovered over there. The upper limit is only $1 more. Yeah. So about one point, I mean, one base point further up. It should come to 24 and then again fall down. If it falls down, it's going to be helpful for the investor to trade the market, but very bad for a trader, because the trader wants the volatility to be there in the market so he can play with the volatility and make his money during the day. Once the VIX comes down, your range will become very, very small. And minute your range of trading becomes small, your stop losses of a buy and sell both will get triggered. That is what goes wrong when VIX comes lower. So for a trader like Munir or me or even Kamal or even you, Vivek, if you are a day trader, it is very good if the VIX goes above 24 or 26. Then it gives you a chance to build up and play on the movement of the price within the day. Now here I'm expecting the VIX to go, it's already at 23, tested it for about few days or even for a few weeks if I'm not mistaken, and then a few days actually, not a week, 3 days, and hovering around 23. So if it goes to 24, expect a correction and come back down. VIX will be just that. Right now on a weekly chart, see this falling, and if you look at the volatility, it started falling in October onwards and all the way down. Chances of reversal are there, but to me, this is the level 24. Very good levels further could be 25.5 only, but from thereafter, it should fall down because the trend is still bearish on the VIX. Right? All right. And you asked for BNS. BNS you wanted on Toronto or New York, Vivek?
TAC.
.to, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I've taken on TO.
yeah, that's right.
No, he wants it on TSC.
No, sir, that's the same.
So TO is TSC.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, TO is TSC. Sorry, I heard NSC. All right. Why am I saying NSC? It should not be NSC. It should be NYSC. All right. Now, this chart, as compared to Bank of Central, the Imperial Bank, looks stronger. Why is that? Weekly chart giving me a doji, but talking about a reversal and going up further. Weekly chart. Support trend is turned flat, waiting to get breached at 73.75. Crossovers happened here and climbing, but gives you a small correction. So Monday, possibly the low of this week could be touched at 67, 67.50 and then move up again. Day chart. He has closed almost near the high of the week, near the open of the week. The open was at 68.91 or 69 and you're closed at 68.66. So between this and the high, you're just 34 cents away. So the entire week was spread in consolidating at a particular level, which was nothing but your 34 EMA. Currently, you are taking support at 34 and 20. Sorry, 34 and 65. Currently, 65 is at 67.93. 34 is at 68.16. And you can only go up. Low volumes, you can only go up, cross the 8, cross the 20 and go up. So first target here is 71.50, 71, 71.50. This is the first target. 71, 71.50. If you were to buy this, buy it at the low of this week, which is 67.60 or 67.75. I would be a buyer at 67.75, keeping my stop loss at 67.50 for a clean target of 71, 71.25. First target.
Sir, isn't there a gap?
A gap on a day chart. Kidar?
Yes. Yeah, that left. 14 November. Left to 14 November. Yeah.
Talking about this gap below.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, there is a gap, but I am not expecting it to get filled in immediately. But this gap is almost $2.50 away. Almost
Yes, sir.
$2 away. So I don't expect that to get filled in because why? Friday was a bearish day and he gave you a bullish close. Thursday was also, he gave you a doji close. So he has reversed. Number one. Number two, look at CCI curving up. Number three, look at stochastic. Already given you a crossover at 15 and 12. Number three, super trend, bearish super trend has turned flat. Number four, histograms turning green below zero level. Currently, histograms are already at just 0.1. And if the crossover happens here, if this blue line which is turning flat and crosses the yellow line and goes up, it will be a category of a A1 category crossover. A1 category crossover around zero line or above zero line will give you a straight target to touch 80 at least. It will be a huge crossover. A huge crossover, if you ask me. So I am playing with that probability of this crossover. If this crossover happens, it's considered to be a A1 crossover in MACD lines. If it is near the zero line or above the zero line, positive crossover, and that will give you a momentum up, even to take out a 200-day moving average. So that will be a momentous crossover. Don't expect that to happen coming week, but yes, before Christmas, I am expecting this crossover and targets by about February or latest March. So if somebody wants to hold a stock option in this, wait for the crossover and then enter the option. There are conditions applied. You wait for the crossover on the spot to enter the option for long. And you could take a call option comfortably for February and expiry. And this is on TO. Even if you don't take TO, you take NYSE, you will get a similar activity there also. Exactly similar activity there. And here he is predominantly talking about that change. Vivek, yeah,
Yes, sir.
lovely. Anybody else? Any more?
Sir, PZA.
Oh yes. Give me the code again.
PZA.TO.
PZA.TO. Pizza, 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 pizza. And it's a season of Christmas. People are going to call for pizzas home. Hot, steaming hot pizzas. You want to enter this for long?
Yep.
Or you already entered?
Nice, sir. I will enter
With
this.
Gaurav, I have to always cross check because he normally enters or he's about to enter.
Yeah, this one I'm looking at entering in the coming week.
Looking at entering. All right. Weekly chart, strong. Crossover happened here. See this crossover happening here?
Right.
At what level was this? 1268. Currently you are at $1 above. See the crossover here on MACD?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you are what exactly the same case as we were just talking about BNS, 0.1 away from the zero line. Weekly chart. And he has already returned you $1 in profit on a $12.
10%. Close to 10%.
About 8% he's already returned to
Right.
you. And in how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So in about a month, he has given you 8%. I'm sure you will be more than happy with that.
Right.
Knowing Gaurav, he would be more than happy with 8%. All right. Current trends. You are at your position. MACD red histogram has been shown, which is the first red flag for me. Though it's a bullish Marubazu candle, kind of a Marubazu candle, and close to the top end of the week. That means next week will also be bullish in this case. So your first target here could be anything between $14 to $14. Right? Now you're looking for an entry price.
Right.
Entry price, we will check it out somewhere over here at around $13. If it gives you a dip, but this is a weekly chart. So Monday, Tuesday, it may give you a dip, a wick, and then shoot out. So if you were to look to buy, 13.25 should be your buying price.
Okay.
And if you have to feed the order in the system, 13.25 for a $14 run That's 0.75 on that, which is a 5% return. Number one, failing which an ideal entry level should be around here, 1250 on a weekly chart, which also happens to be a 65 moving average, 1260, 1250. But I don't think it will give you that chance to enter at 1250, 1260, because the 8 is about to cross the 20.
Right.
So it may not give you, or it is already at the same levels. It may not give you a chance at 1260. Let's check the day chart for this. See the level? 1325, 1330.
Yes.
Even super trend is at 1330.
Super trend is 1315.
Yeah. So I'm expecting that it will correct before going.
If it corrects, it will correct to 1330. Because look at this support taken here, resistance here, support here, and support here. So between 1330 and 1340, the support is on multiple days. And 1330 is a resistance at this level.
Yeah, I was looking at the super trend level because EMA 34 also merges.
Yes, is about to cross over the super trend. So if EMA 34 crosses the super trend, 1315, which is the super trend level, before that, your 34 EMA will give you support. And if you look at it, the 20 moving average is also at 1340. So if Monday it gives you a dip, 1330, 1325, good place to buy. I don't expect it to come down. I'm now bringing in my bias into the picture because number one, look at the volumes. Number two, look what happened on Friday. When the market was falling, he was rising. Friday was a red day for the market, and Pizza the Great was having a ball in the market, spreading only olives as cheese toppings on his pizza and giving it a green day with good volumes.
Yes.
So it looks like it could go up to 1380, 85 or 14 and then do a correction for entry.
Yes, that is what I gave it to you on the weekly chart. $14 is what I presented to you over here. 1375 and then 14, which is the upper Bollinger Band levels of 1450. The 14 is what I'm looking at. 1450 is what I'm 14 and 14.15 is what I'm looking to sell it at. That will still give you $1 run.
If it continues, then it will give another 50 cents. So I think it would be worth to wait for it to correct and then enter.
Yes, that is why I said you must put your place in your order at 1325 and 1330 and keep the low of this week 1330. So keep it at 1320 as a stop loss. The low of the previous week, not the week that has just gone by, the week earlier, the low is 1330. So keep 1320 as a stop loss. Buy at 1330 and take it up 1330, 1335. That's a 15-cent stop loss for a $1 profit.
Right.
Right, Gaurav?
Right, sir. And the 1420 ke upar, it's I think all-time high. So then it's an uncharted territory.
Then it's an uncharted territory. This is the all-time high here, 1423, and 1433 is the all-time high. The minute it goes into 1420, if it touches 1420, if I'm going to be trading on this call, I will not book. I will not book. What I will do is, I'll move my stop loss to 1390.
Right.
Even if my stop loss gets hit, I have lost what? 25
bit of my
cents,
profit.
25, 30 cents on the top. I'm happy. But if 1433 breaks out, I'm into uncharted territory. Then I move my stop loss to 14. Let me lose what I want to lose. I can then trail my stop loss with the previous day's low.
Right.
It's only a matter of an exercise of spending about 3 minutes in changing your stop loss after the day has expired, has closed for the day. You take the low point of the same day, put that as a new stop loss, and you trail your stop loss. And you pray to God it doesn't get hit for the next 10 days, next 10, 20 days. But then pray hard, because 10, 20 days it won't last. Your stop loss will get hit one day.
Right.
Right? That's pizza for you. We are now looking at STOK.
And sir, WOW and STOK, these two are from my screeners.
What do you want first, WOW or STOK?
Let's take WOW. WOW.
This is the one.
Yeah.
First things first, bearish super trend downward, not yet flattened out.
Yeah.
So an entry, immediate entry, not ready for it. The low is 9.54, which is the lowest so far in the entire year. It's at a 52-week low or even lower. This was touched way back in 2020. You're at a 2-year low. How much more low can it go up to? Can't say. This is the weekly chart, right? CCI has actually turned flat. MACD is flat and very far away from the zero line. Right? Stochastic at 6 and 10. Heavily oversold position. And trend is still down. Weekly is below the 200-day moving average. 200-day weekly average. 200 weekly average is 4-year weekly average. So it's really weak. I don't want to enter this stock at all if you ask me.
Yes, sir. If you look on daily chart,
I'm looking at the day chart also. On the day chart also, Kamal, if you look at it, it falls, gives you a flattish, gives you a small pullback in the super trend, and again falls thereafter. So it consolidates and again falls. But after it breaks this super trend, how much high did it make? At 14, it went up and made a high of 15 only. But the average high was 14.5. So it breaks 14, goes to 14.5, and then starts falling down. It goes up, touches here, falls down. So if this has to go up, you should be a seller at 10.75. Maximum you can expect this to go up is 10.75. Currently at 10.13. But if I'm looking at 10.75, that I'm looking at 60 cents profit, the low is 9.65 here. and 9.55. So if I'm going to buy it and keeping a stop loss of 9.55, I am giving you a risk reward of 1:1 only. You're currently at 10.13, and I will take a stop loss of 9.50. That means 63 cents. Expected to go up is only 10.75, which would make it about 60 cents. So your risk reward is just 1:1. And you have just touched the daily 8 moving average. Now, if the day 8 moving average crosses the 20 at 10.6, it will be time to exhaust itself. If this gets crossed, then your next target is only available, which is $12 or 11.95. Answers you?
Yes, sir. Looking at the weekly chart, even the super trend, because it has not flattened, so target on the weekly chart is not clear, but you are absolutely right on what I was expecting on the daily chart.
One observation is your upper Bollinger Band. Day chart. Flattish and curving down. You realize what this is happening? What is this going to do? Flattish and then curving down. And your lower Bollinger Band is sloping down. Remember what we always give you the example of the pipe and where the pressure is happening. In this case, the upper Bollinger Band is being pressed downwards. So the price will only go down with speed. It will not go up. So that upper super trend, bearish super trend will not break that easily, at least for time being. But the day it breaks, that then your next target is 1260. Because that is a big jump up expected.
The only exception, because it came up in the screeners, and
Yeah.
you might be wondering, is because last trading session was a red day, but it was
And
it gave
he showed a green Maru also, a green candle. Yes, that is the only thing. Also, the recent
and that green candle engulfed the entire week's losses.
Yes, that also is there. It's a bullish engulfing candle for the entire week. It actually closes at the highest point of the week.
and that's why it came up in the weekly screener positive filter, because it closed higher than last week.
It closed higher than the last week. One second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. This was the weekly close here at 10. 10.1. No, so my only trade is that even if I'm taking this trade for 1:1 ratio, 10.65 or 10.8 is over here, but the next trade on the breakout is over here at 12. So if you can take that chance, if some trader can take that chance for a 1:1 risk reward first and not sell at this level, then the next target is over here, 12, 11.95 or 12. And that will be a good trade. That will give you good returns. Now, I don't know what this company is into. If we knew all that, we could have.
This is into communications.
Well, communications.
That's okay, sir. Means we need not spend too much time. Next is
SPOK.
SPOK.
Which exchange?
Again,
Long days of consolidation.
it's resembling like Shopify.
It is not that long also. These are only day charts. That was weekly charts. Kamal, this, see the volume candle here? $4.5 million, 1 million, 1.5, 1.25. This 1 week candle is almost equivalent to a month's volume. And with that much selling pressure, 3 weeks, they have not been able to combinedly close this week's candle sale.
Yes, sir. That week was when it declared earnings. Upon earnings, there was huge volume.
Yeah, but this is an exceptional volume, no?
Yeah. Upon earnings, it had.
Yeah, but almost
huge
4.5 million. You look at the volumes here. 2.7, 3 million, 2.8, 2.8. So whenever he's giving you big volume bar, he's actually shooting up from there. Look at this volume here.
Sir, actually in that week, I think there was a big gap down where the price came down by close to 20-25% from
That means-
12.49. It came down to around a 9 or 9.3 or something.
Yeah, because it closed at a figure of almost 12.5, and he opened at a figure of 10, a 20% dip on just the weekend.
That was the day of the results.
Yeah, that is a 7-day yeah.
And the results were still positive, by the way.
Yeah, and the result was positive.
Result was positive. It opened $2, 20% lower. So it gives you some inkling. Positive results and still giving you a low opening is telling you something, no? There's something which the company has not yet declared, which the market knows of. Otherwise, why should there be such a big sell-off?
So that has been general trend for this year. Upon earnings, whether earnings is good or bad, they'll just gap down.
No, but I want to understand this. Why should somebody sell off and give you a 20% gap down? What is the advantage?
I think it's essentially news trapping where, the institutions, because they are privy to a lot of information, they would have built up their positions. If you look at the 1 day above, green candle was a big candle, anticipation of results, where, retailers went in to buy, and next day, the institutions bring it down. So to me, it looks like news trapping.
It could be news trapping, that they're trapping the retailers, but that is the reason why I would not like to now look at it. Till I don't see it above the 8 moving average, why should I even think about entering this price? On a weekly chart, it is below the 8 moving average. I don't see 200 anyway. Right? Look at the way it is. 8, 20, 34, 65. 65 is at the top. So all your moving averages are stacked up in the reverse order. On a weekly chart, if the start on the reverse order, when will you enter this price? Short duration? Yes, you could do that. I don't say no. I could always take a short duration run, take a target of 9.7, provide it will move up. But is it going to move up? Look at the way MACD is talking about. Is MACD talking about any way planning to curve up? Look at the stochastic. Phew. Not able to do that. All right.
That's okay, sir. Which stock it got stuck?
Yes, possibly. But I have to revert it back to my original levels now. Anyway, I'll do that.
Does it change if you go to daily view?
No, it will not. It will still show me the same thing. Anyway, I'll manage that later. So I don't think I would have to look at stock at this point of time. I don't think I'll have to look at stock at this point of time. No, it doesn't make sense. Unless, if you ask me, unless this breaks this level, 8.62. So that is when the support trend will change. And that will give me the first indication that this crossover is about to happen. If it crosses 8.6, only then will I know 20 is crossing the 8 is crossing the 20. And that is the first indication I will take to move up and then possibly go for this gap filling. Possibly go for this gap filling to 11. So from 8.62, I could go up to 11. That's also giving me a $2 profit on an investment of $9, which is a 25% return. But that is the only trend I can look at this point of time. All right.
Sir, thank you.
We
So
do
next
Baba,
is
we do
Baba.
Baba for Abhijit. Ali Baba. First things foremost, 20 moving average has been touched. And the price is going to go up above 20 moving average. 8 is climbing, 20 is climbing, 34 is climbing. The 20 has just crossed 65 and climbing upwards. So the trend looks positive. A lot of gaps on the way down. This gap filling could be done immediately. So you should look for buying around 87, 86.50 or 86.75 should be your buying price. If you get it over there, then your targets will be first 94 here and thereafter 90, 98, 99. Higher up, 103. Right? Though I don't know. No, I think it'll maximum fill this gap and then go back up. It may, and that the gap filling will only be in a kind of a wick. It will not be a regular candle body of the candle, will be a wick which will help you to fill the gap up. So the gap is at 89 and 91. Yeah, this $2 may be filled in with a gap, with a wick on Monday or Tuesday, and then go up. It will continue its upward trend because your moving averages are all steadily climbing up. And whenever 34 crosses 65 from the bottom and goes up, this will bring in more impetus to take it up further up. Targets I've already given to you earlier. I'll repeat the targets again for you. First target will be 98. Second target will be 103. After that, 111.50 or 111.75. 1, 2, 3, first targets. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Most welcome. Anybody else wants anything else to be analyzed?
One last, unless anyone else has, TQQ, whether it will reach 25 by end of year,
By end of?
December.
25 by end of December. Cutting it too
Yeah,
fine.
that is also my question as well.
You're cutting it too fine. $25.
Yeah, probably it's because of a weekly chart. Mid Bollinger Band is 25.
If you're looking at a weekly chart, how can you expect a target of at 20 moving average?
Maybe because we have about 2 weeks of trading ago.
2 or 3 weeks. When is the expiry of your call?
So I was asking based on someone's request. My call also same. 30th.
What is the strike? What is the expiry date?
I have one for December and expiry, another for January and expiry. The one for
December end is
December
what
end is
date? December end is what, 29th or 30th?
30th. 30th.
30th.
January and strike is $30.
No, January end I'm not bothered, because January end 30 will easily be achieved. January end 30 will easily be achieved, which is the super trend level here. But 25, let's see the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart only. Now 2350 has been acting like a resistance for almost about 1, 2, 3, 4 days. If 2340 gets taken out, then 25 is approachable. Because currently, this is the high of last week, 2417. And the high over here was also 24. So once 24 gets taken out, then you can look at some chances of 25 being touched. But if I'm not mistaken, Kamal, we had last week and the week before that, I told you all very clearly, take 24 or 23 strike price. Who would ask for that TQQ when we said that?
That time based on trend, because we had seen that green Marubazu.
Yes,
It
yes.
was showing 25 as possibility, and then it has reversed.
All right. 1 second. Let me just check out.
Yeah, Munir has jammed
Target. Yeah,
13.
Munir, I know he has just message. I just seen that. Trying to figure something out now for you. 1967. $24. 24 is the first target, and if 24 gets cleared, then only 25 can be thought of. But 24 is a very strong resistance target.
And sir, what about 20th Jan expiry?
Jan expiry, I'm not worried. Jan expiry is very clear. 25 and 30 are easily achievable. Because January first week, after 5th of Jan, when the institutions come back, they will give it a big rally upwards. But they are coming in with money, with dollars to invest, they will rally it up. So Jan, I'm not worried. I'm only worried for December. Once 24 gets taken out, only then 25 can be touched. And Kamal, if I let you know, this is the way my calculation was done. From this stride to this stride. The low here was 1685. This is 1967. So 1967 minus 1685 is about, multiply the figure by 1.5 or 2. 1.5 gives you a figure of 24. 2 gives you a figure of 2470. 2470 and 25. But if you have call options, their decay will start stepping in about 3 or 4 days prior to the price strike expiring. And because it is the last week is Christmas week, holiday, institutions will not be there. The decay will step in before the Christmas holidays start, 2 days prior to Christmas holidays. So try and closing your call if you can at the earliest, or roll them to the next week, next month, to be a safe side.
Yes, yes. Sajad has got the calls. I trying to find out based on the premium price what is the strike price. I believe it's 25, but I'm checking.
No, Muni 25 strike price in mid-January is fine. It is safe. That will be achieved. Anybody else? Any questions? Any questions on YouTube or personal chat, messages?
Yeah, I think it's 25. 25 strike.
Yeah.
Because he bought last week, he got it at 45 cents.
And what is the price running now? It is 45.
Currently, it's at 34 cents. He has bought at 45 cents. Currently, it is at 34.
It will give you a jump up. So my suggestion is, if he bought at 45 cents, he should be in a position to get out at about 65, 70 cents. And don't try and be very greedy on that. But 24 is a very strong resistance from multiple angles. Not only the charting, but even numerically as well as Bollinger Bands, as well as Super Trend. All of them are talking about 24. Super Trend doesn't talk about 24. Candles talk of 24. But the way we would analyze our targets looking at super trend levels, 24 is the first target, yes. So when it touches 24 also, his call option will be in a very good profit. So whenever it touches 24, he should not wait. He should book his profits out, and or even 23.80, he should book his profits and exit. My suggestion would be to book it profit at 23.80 and exit. That will also give him a good profit in his bank account. Right?
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Most welcome. Anybody else, any questions, please feel free to unmute and ask. If you have any observations, give that to us. Share that with us. Yes, Priya.
Hello. So I have one more question again.
Sure. Shoot.
So as I mentioned that I am into passive investment, but I'm also looking for some SIPs. So I did a calculation. I just want to make sure. I did some calculation. If I do the SIP in India,
Yeah.
I know this is a vague question. If I do my SIPs in India, I'm getting a better return as compared to the SIPs in Canada.
Yes.
So what do you suggest? Should I go ahead with India? Because I don't know.
I don't know what your profile would be in terms of Indian as an Indian citizen, but if you can do an SIP in India and hold that investment for a duration of about 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years,
yeah,
you will really churn out a large amount of money from India. No doubt about that.
Right.
No doubt.
Because the main question is, the transfer of the money from India to Canada.
All right. Let me ask you a personal question. Answer if you want to. If you don't want to answer,
Sure.
I'll take that as an answer. That's not a problem. What is the intention of your SIP?
Intention of the SIP, as I said, like to increase the overall investments that I have and get a good return.
And when do you want the returns?
Not maybe I would say 10 years or 15 years.
10 years or 15 years. So that means why do you want it after that time? Why are you looking for 15 years, 10 years?
So that, I can retire in 15 years.
All right.
And
good.
That's what my intention is. My money should do my work.
Lovely. Vivek Vivek Krishnan will also give you his input because I've discussed this with Vivek earlier, but I don't mind, I'll talk to you again. The way I like to do my SIP is very clear. I don't park my money with any mutual funds. In India, SIP is through mutual funds. I never do that.
Okay.
I would rather be taking the onus of my own investments, and I park my funds on large cap stocks in the country, which are tailored down or narrowed down using a few set rules. Right? And I don't look at those stocks at all. Now, if you're looking at retirement, so you want a capital to be doubled or tripled or made it 4 times or 5 times. What is the intention you're looking at?
So I just want some passive income.
So how much would be satisfying? Doubling your capital or quadrupling your capital, would that be satisfying, or you want more?
10 times.
I would.
Abhijit, that is being very, very good. I will give you a solution for that separately. Yes.
Real estate there.
No, not even real estate. Let me go back to stocks. Since we're doing stocks, we'll do stocks. Vivek is doing 10,000 times, so that's wonderful. Yes, Priya.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe 10,000, like 10 times.
Let's get realistic. I mean, you're not going to be buying Aisha Motors today.
Okay, so suppose I make an investment in Indian rupees, I would say.
Yeah.
Of overall in 10 years, I'm doing an investment of suppose 30 lakhs. So I need a return.
How much do you want back?
At least double or little more than that.
All right. At least double or a little more. So you're doing about 30 lakhs in about 15 years or 10 years. You're doing about 3 lakhs a year. Now, instead of doing 3 lakhs a year, can you do 30,000 a month?
Yes.
Right? Fair enough?
Yeah.
That means instead of doing 3 lakhs a year, I'm asking you to invest 3.5 lakhs in Indian currency in the Indian stock markets. Right? Now, sorry if I'm going to be sounding boring for the others who have heard me, but Priya, for you specifically, this is the way I would do it. I would divide the stock market into 5 sectors. 5 sectors. Right? Banking will definitely be one of them.
Right.
FMCG will be one of them. Infrastructure or large capital goods company will be the third activity. Right? I will not add public sector undertakings in that at all. No banks, no public sector undertakings in that at all. I will not even add oil and energy into that at all. Because I have a different notion of oil and energy. I don't think the world will live on oil and energy for long. Right? So even if I keep it to 3 stocks or 3 sectors, that is the first rule. Second rule is I pick up 2 or 3 stocks in each sector, which are the market leaders in each sector, and then invest in the leader number 1 and in the leader number 2. So the leader and the challenger, I can invest in either of them. Okay. How do I pick up the companies? I pick up the companies in a simple way. They should be professionally run companies and not family-owned units.
Right.
Clear? So professionally run, not family-owned, either the market leader or the market challenger. Right? Thereafter, whatever value that you decide to invest today, I will split that money in the number of shares I will invest every month of each of those companies. So either I'm buying number 1 or number 2, or if I have a 3,36,000 capital, I can invest both number 1 and number 2. The reason I'm choosing number 1, number 2 is both are hungry for growth. One is going to move ahead with aggressively to defend his position. The second is going to grow to outbid the leader. So both are hungry for growth. So your capital gets secured and growing. Most of your large cap companies in India are regular dividend paying companies. Most of them are regular dividend paying companies. Right? And the dividend you get is approximately about 1% of the capital that you have deployed. Not capital of the share price, but capital that you have deployed to buy them. I will buy the same number of stocks of the same companies every month on the fixed date of the month, irrespective of the price.
Okay.
Irrespective of the price, a fixed date. You get a salary on the 1st, you say I'm going to buy it on the 5th of every month, irrespective whether the price is 100 or the price is 1,000. I'm going to buy the same quantity of stocks. Do this regularly for 15 years or 20 years. Without counting the dividends, without counting the splits, without counting the bonuses, you will end up with approximately 4 times the capital deployed.
Okay.
At least 4 times of the capital deployed. If you add your splits, you add your bonuses, you add your dividends, your capital deployed would be multiplied by at least a figure of about 15 or 20%, 20 times. If that is sufficient, good luck to you.
Okay.
That is the simple way of building up a SIP portfolio for long term.
Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Sir,
Thank you.
what? Sir,
Vivek Krishnan,
just
you
one
want to
point.
say something? Yes. Yes, Vivek.
Sir, what about the currency devaluation that is happening? Every year it goes down by at least 2 to 3% compared to the Canadian dollar.
All right. Here.
And the other point is, is this 3 lakh that has been invested? Is it after the TFSA exhaust, or is it before that?
This is being invested in your Indian stock
Indian
market.
account.
Yes, sir.
Indian account.
Yeah, I got that. But the thing is, if it is after the TFSA exhaust, it makes sense. But if your TFSA is unutilized, then it makes more sense to first invest the TFSA exhaust that, and then the surplus amount can go into the other portfolio, because whatever income you earn, that is all tax free.
Yeah.
I mean, Vivek,
Yeah.
I have a question here. Even for TFSA, the first thing is like you are already, whatever that income you are getting, you are paying tax on it, right? So what is the point of having the TFSA account?
So
No,
Vivek, I
like
can
the point
I
is
can
like
answer
if
to
you,
that.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
see, your TFSA is, your point could be valid that if it is a salaried income, then you have already paid tax on that
Yeah.
amount. But once you start growing it, you are not going to pay any tax on the growth. So if it is say 30K
Sure.
and you make 50K, this 20K is tax free. So you are not paying any tax on this 20K. You can withdraw anytime when you need.
Got
If
it.
you
Got it.
don't
Yeah.
need, you can keep growing it, and whatever it grows is untaxed, right? That's the
Understood. Yeah.
advantage of utilizing your contribution room of your TFSA account. Now,
Yeah.
in case of Priya, if she has her funds in India and she wants to grow there, then her Canadian income she can put into her TFSA account to build up her investing portfolio here. At the same time, continue her SIP or whatever account she has to grow her already uh, the income that she has in the Indian account. The
I got
advantage
that,
of
Kamal. The thing is, like for TFSA account, you can't do like say day trading or even frequent trades. You can limit. There is something called say 2 to 3 trades a week or something like that is there. That's one thing. And loss, you can't claim it on your taxes, right? If it's a
That's
market,
correct. That's
yeah.
correct.
yes,
So those two things, yes, be mindful of that for TFSA.
No,
that's
like
right,
I understand
and
that,
that's
but
why
it is a long-term portfolio, right? So it
Okay.
makes more sense to exhaust that amount,
Mhm.
because the what you say, the profit that you're going to earn, that will be always tax free. Even I didn't say RRSP is because RRSP will be like whenever you want to withdraw that amount will be
30%.
taxed.
yes, and with for Priya, because she is more of an investor, for her utilizing her TFSA contribution room makes sense. Not so much for you and me who are doing more active trading, and as you rightly said that if the TFSA account is used, we shouldn't be doing day trading, and secondly, the capital loss cannot be booked. So
Yeah.
for those who are doing investing for longer term, like Priya, who wants to use her funds for her retirement after 10 years or 15 years, this TFSA account, even if she starts now with about $6,000 contribution room per year, it could grow into a quite bigger amount. And if she uses her account for doing investing on stocks which are giving dividends regularly, it could
Yep.
generate a considerable passive income for her.
Very true.
Definitely.
Very true.
Definitely.
On the contrary, what I just suggested to Priya, or what I just suggested to talk to everybody, this can be used on a TFS account also. You identify 3 sectors in Canada, and you concentrate on the leader number 1 and leader number 2, and keep investing at $6,000 a year.
Sure.
And all of them will give you a regular dividends will come out. Or even if they don't give you dividends, the growth will definitely be there.
Sure.
Right? So that is the way it's going to be. And Priya, when I'm talking about to you and you message over here, share my experience to the fact, yes, now you are an investor, you are not a trader. Whereas Kamal,
Yes.
me, Vivek, and Vivek Krishnan are traders. We trade for a living on a daily basis. But if I can share that with you, I trade for a living on a daily basis, but I make it a point to remove a percentage of my profit for investments.
Okay.
There are 2 different things. I'm removing a percentage of that amount of the profit of for investments. Now I am investing or planning to invest for my grandchildren when my children have not yet married.
Hmm.
Right? That is the extent of my thinking
Right.
ahead. My children have not yet got married, so forget my grandchildren being present here. But my investment is being done for my grandchildren majoring and becoming 21 and above.
Hmm.
So that gives you the horizon that I'm looking at. I'm looking at a horizon of about 25 to 30 years now. Right. So that is the way I would plan it out. That would give me multiple investments. Now I had done an exercise earlier on the Indian stock market, taking only 3 stocks in hand. I had taken HDFC Bank, or HDFC, L&T, and I had taken HUL. Hindustan Unilever, Larsen & Toubro, and HDFC. Right? Not the HDFC Bank. It was HDFC original.
Okay.
One share each stock, right from January 2000 up to 2019. My investment in pure capital was about 3.5 lakhs. But my portfolio size was about 18.5 lakhs in May 2019.
Oh, that's
6 times. Not counting dividends, not counting bonuses, not counting splits. If I add my dividends, my bonuses and splits, the portfolio value was above 36 lakhs. So 3 lakh investment, 12 times 36 lakhs ka portfolio was ready.
Okay, that was like insightful, actually.
Yeah, and that can be done
And
on every continent, every stock market. You talk about Toronto, it can be done on TSE also. It is not possible that it can't be done there. It can be done there also. But the criteria of stock picking is very important. Professionally run companies, cash generating companies, and market leaders in their field. It's only the market leader who's going to be hungry for more business. The Lagarde anyway knows he's lost the race. He's not going to bid for it. But the person who's dominating the market will defend his portfolio, defend his market share at all price. So number 1 and number 2 of each sector are important. Invest in those companies.
okay, one more question, because this is one of my interested fields, and I've got people to talk about it and give me information. So, do you suggest not to invest in mutual funds in India? Because I am doing it at the moment.
I had stopped investing in mutual funds almost about 15 years back.
Okay.
And my reason was simple. If I know how to invest, why should I give a management trainee a chance to play with my money? Mutual funds are basically run by management trainees who just come back out of management colleges and they have to be trained. So they are trained on your money. So if they have to be trained on my money, I should be responsible for my own money myself.
And how about LIC?
LIC is insurance. They will give you a fixed rate of about 7 to 8% per year, which will every year keep coming down.
Yeah.
But if you have retired parents at home, if you have retired parents back home and who have got a big chunk of money, LIC has a policy for retired couples.
Okay.
Wherein they are given approximately about 7 or 8% return per year on a monthly basis till both the partners are alive, fixed return. And after that, that money is transferred to the nominated person completely without further interest being paid out. So till your parents are alive back in India, they will get payouts from LIC on a fixed return of about 7.5 to 8% per year, which can be quite a regular chunk coming in on the first of every month. So LIC for them is good because they cannot take the chance. They require security of capital. So they are never going to take a chance with stock markets. Stock markets for young people is good because you all can see the ups and downs and you all don't mind even if it goes into negative because you know you have a long life to cover up. Aged people don't have that. So for them, LIC is good. You're getting a regular dividend monthly interest, and after which the nominated child will get the full amount to do what he wants, whatever he or she wants to do. For them, it's very good. But for you and me, or for you and Kamal and the others on the panel just now, since you all the other youngsters, it is not a good question. LIC will not be good.
Because, like I would not lie. I have invested in LIC as a retirement plan.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking to just stop it. Like, even if it is at loss, I don't care.
No, you won't be in a loss. If it's an insurance policy, you will get a paid up value for it.
No, I think they have. I mean, the fact is, when I invested in it, I did not do my research per se.
All right, that's all.
And whatever the agent said, I just, took it. But now I think that I've made a dead investment. Like, maybe in the long run, it will
Check
give
it
me a
out.
good return.
Check out, is it a term insurance or is it money back, or what kind of a policy is it? What term
Is it a
insurance
ULIP or a traditional? They classically
is it
sell
ULIP or
ULIPs.
traditional? Because if it's a term insurance, it's a dead investment, but the amount of insurance paid is also very small. But if it's a money back or a ULIP, then your money is going to grow accordingly.
Okay.
Because LIC has the biggest coffers to invest in the Indian market. They're the biggest coffers and they invest a lot.
Okay, I'll do that.
Check it out.
I can check
Check
it
it
out.
out.
And yes, make my decision further.
No problems. Are you on the WhatsApp groups?
No, I've just
She
requested.
requested, yeah. I'll
Once
be
you are on
adding
the
her to
WhatsApp group, you will find us there also. Gaurav will be there, Aditya will be there, Vivek will be there, I'll be there. So you can contact us on our numbers whenever you wanted to.
Sure. I would really love to have more insights in this
Anytime.
because it has been an interesting field for me now.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
In what profession are you? What profession are you currently?
I work in the healthcare industry.
All
So I work actually in the new drugs that come into the market. So my work is taking care of the documents to be submitted to FDA and Health Canada.
All right, lovely. Well,
Okay,
we have
so
another Vivek Krishnan online here, who's also
Which
from the
company
same
you're with?
I'm in IQVIA.
IQVIA. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm working with Kadi AI, which is still in life sciences as well. Yeah. And
Nice.
Vivek Nalawade with Dosium. So
Yeah, I work for DCM, but like now I'm no more in pharma. I work as in the cosmetic industry.
Okay, yes. I think they have the abnormal beauty cosmetics, right?
Yeah, the ordinary.
Okay. Good to know that we have healthcare people as well.
So that's the way it's going to be.
Usually it's the IT people.
Oh yes, you can see the IT is also around here. There's
Kamal is
Vivek,
there.
there's Aditya. They're all IT guys.
for managing
That's
the
all right.
IT and the platform
And of course,
IT.
Gaurav. IT again, Gaurav. I
support.
don't know about V Jain. Jain sab, unmute kar lo if you can.
And there's IT security as well, Aditya.
Yes, that's why I said there are 3 of you from IT and 3 from pharma and cosmetics. Anyway, good.
Right. Yeah, and just to finish off with Priya, what you had asked Vivek sir, and your initial question about whether you should continue your investing in India or move your money here. So there's one more factor which you should be considering is the forex, the CAD to INR exchange. So you might not get good interest rate here compared to what you get in India because banks and all the financial institutions here give you interest around 1.5 to max 2%, whereas in banks in India they give you from somewhere from 5 to 10%. So that way you might think that you are getting more interest there. However, if you are managing your money on your own by investing or trading, you can definitely grow much more your capital on your own here by either by trading in the Canadian markets or trading in Canadian and US markets. If you are planning not to trade, as you said that it takes a lot of effort, if you are just investing as well, still it could give you much higher returns by investing in the companies that are here in Canada and US. So
So
After 5 years or after 10 years, what would be CAD to INR, that we cannot predict. So if you want to avoid that predict,
Right.
let's say
Got it.
if CAD to INR reduces, if you don't want to lose out
Yes.
on that, then you can move your capital here and then try growing on your own by utilizing your TFSA account. If the contribution room is not sufficient, then use your other registered accounts or non-registered accounts and invest on your own so that you get more than 10% return that you would have gotten in.
Great. So yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm not sure what platform others are using, and I am using is Wealth Simple.
Right. So
It's
that's the
the
simplest
easiest one.
platform to begin with.
Yes.
for Canadian.
So yeah, I've just started with that, and it helps me to invest in some of the US stocks as well. And as I said, like I'm more into passive income, so my focus is just get some stocks and increase my passive income. So I've just started, I would say, last year. So slowly, steadily, I'm just
So Priya,
achieving my target.
what I would suggest is go back to the old videos on GMT platform, the free sessions and the other recordings. It may help you out to understand how passive investment is to be done or how investment has to be done. To reply to Vivek nowadays question on currency rates, I have made a prediction some time back, almost about 2 months back or 3 months back, Kamal, about 2 or 3 months back, that very soon you will see the US dollars at par or lower than Indian currency. I'm making a very strong statement, but or at much lower value than what currently it is being traded at. But it may not affect the Canadian dollars so much. But US dollar will definitely come down in value. I mean, there's a full video which I think we have it on the platform, which we have analyzed why I personally feel that's my logic. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but if I'm wrong also, it is my logic. I'll take onus for that. I am expecting US dollar to be around 30 or less as compared to INR. But that's a long distance away. And yes, what Kamal has said has made a point that you will be earning much more in Indian value. So the currency exchange won't affect you much. Right?
I mean, sir,
yes, Vivek.
Before joining GMT, I did some SIP.
Yeah.
That's so you know the time frame now.
I know, I understand that.
So basically, like what I did at that time was I was contributing something, but the thing is like I had an NRE account and I dropped some money in there and things were going on. So what I did from later, this happened for like maybe 1 or 2 years max. After that, I started taking out money, which are in the profit, which I had like three SIPs or something. I took off once those were green and I started reinvesting. So this way, like I'm not putting more money into it, but at the same time, like I'm reaping off the profit. So this is what I'm, yeah,
that's a good strategy. It's a good strategy.
Honestly, I feel like the person depends on the banker, depends on whom you are associated with. At least my portfolio is in green.
Good.
So
good.
I'm just keeping it for a very long term, like, maybe my retirement or at that time I should have something in my hand. So what my banker said is like, leave it to grow till 1 crore or something, or something like that. So it depends on whom you are associating with, as well as I don't have to look into the market, Indian market. I already have 2 markets to look. So this I don't have to look into.
Yeah.
So this is how SIP is helping me out. But yeah, I said it's a very long term for me. And periodically I just take off whatever profits is there. Periodically I take off and I reinvest. Take off, reinvest. So this is what I'm doing.
That's a very good strategy, because the point is you are rolling back your profits into your SIP, and that is the way your money has to grow.
Yep.
That is the only way your money has to grow. And Jain Saab, thank you. Good to know that you're a teacher. So am I. I've seen actually all three sides of the coin, not two sides. I've been into service, I've been into business, now following my passion of being a faculty in management and marketing at Bombay University, as well as a trader, and I teach stock market trading. So that is what I've learned from society, giving it back to society. So glad to see that.
I will also add, I am also a tutor, but a
Yes.
private tutor.
Private tutor. So yes, we are looking back at, we actually have three different fields in the same platform here. Good. Glad to hear all that. Yeah.
I am like really glad to be a part of this group.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vivek Nalavde,
Yes,
for sharing the Zoom link actually, because of him, I got to know about the Zoom meeting today and I could join in.
Look,
But
lovely.
yes, I would like to really learn this more.
Priya, you stick around for about 3 more weeks and you will say, I want to do the course and I don't want to be
Oh, yes.
I don't want to be an investor, I want to be a trader. That is the rub off, we will give it to you. Rest be assured.
I actually started being as a trader,
Ah.
but since I don't have a background knowledge of it, I was like, okay, this is not the time to, go into trading at the moment. Till the time I don't really understand the market and, reading the charts, reading things, and I can just give my time to it. So I thought, let's start with the passive income thing, which makes
Good.
it very easy. Just buy the stocks at whatever price it is, as you said. I don't check the price. I don't check if it's low, if it's high. I have the money, just invest it. I get my dividends per month. And I have selected such stocks which give me dividends per month.
That's good. That's good. But
So-
now that you know how do you select your stocks, what category to select, your investments will become better.
Right.
Even in Canada, it will become better. But they are
Mhm.
already growth-oriented stocks, and then those growth-oriented stocks will give you better returns.
Correct. Correct.
And once you start attending the sessions, start learning, you would realize that, as we were discussing today also, that we must wait to enter the right spot. That
Mhm.
trading at the edge is very important. Trading at the edge and then trading with the edge of knowledge is very important for us to grow.
Exactly.
If you want to
Makes
grow as an investor, even there is going to help you.
Sure. Sure.
So, all right. If there are no more questions, it's already midnight in here in India. So I'm going to be saying good night. If you all want to have discussed something else, I can be awake for the next 2 hours.
I think we have had a very good session analysis as well as a brief touch on wealth generation for long term, which we had taken when we had in-person event here in Canada.
Yes.
And just before we close off, since Priya had joined and she mentioned, I'll just like to share.
Priya, what you can do is you can check out our website. It's really worth it.
Sure.
And you will understand things better as to how are we teaching. Because though we are all tutors over here, including Vivek Nalavde, he's also a mentor with us. So we have structured a course in such a way so that all our learnings are brought in a systematic manner. Kamal, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Vivek sir. So this is our official website. You can visit growmoneytrading.com. Some of the dates we have not updated, but we have 2 basic courses. One for those who are interested in beginning with the stocks and ETFs and crypto trading. This course is basically for those who would like to understand the fundamentals and technicals, learn the skills, and then start trading. Like you were saying that you kind of fall into that sort of learner base, which we usually get. And the second is for those who are more active, is where we cover futures and options trading. This is kind of an advanced level course for those who build up some experience, first trading stocks and ETFs, and then we advance to options and futures, which are highly rewarding, but have higher risk involved as well and need more active trading skills. We keep sharing these details on our website in terms of what are the topics. If you go into the course page, those details are present. We have not started the batch yet, which we had planned for December. So if you would be interested in more details about the course, you mentioned Vivek Nalavade, you can reach out to him, or you can reach out to me, and then we can share you more details on what the course is. It's up to your comfort level. Whenever you think is suitable time and you are ready to equip yourself with these skills, which could help you in the long run in becoming more confident and professional trader in the North American market, focused at Canadian and US exchanges. Although these skills, both the fundamentals and technicals, are not applicable just for these exchanges. The only part which is specific to these exchanges is what are the exchanges, what stocks are traded here. The fundamentals and technicals apply on all global exchanges, including those in India. Or you have investment in other exchanges as well, that's also covered as part of the topic that's taken in the course.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Were you adding something?
No, I'm not adding anything. I was just reading through my messages and just seeing that Twitter is down. Twitter services are down just now.
Yeah.
I
So-
just got
Should we
messages.
short Twitter?
They are off and on. Gaurav. Off and on, they'll be going on and off. That is why I said I have my reservations for Tesla.
Sir, just I meant to add one more point in the sectors that you mentioned about the sectors that one should be looking for longer term investments. And when I was doing research here in the US and Canadian market, clean energy is one of the sectors
Yes.
which is coming at the top. So
Yes.
if you are
Clean
looking for
energy,
longer,
clean energy will always be good because of the Ukraine war. Energy has now become a focus in Europe and North America. At this point of time, if you ask me, I think is it Netherlands or is it something or some other country which was incentivizing EVs is now saying EVs have to go off the road because they don't have the power to charge them. So temporarily EVs have been asked to go off the road, but all this time these countries were incentivizing EVs. But yes, energy is now going to be the focus for Western world definitely. I have specifically said no for energy in India because energy in India is always related to oil.
oil,
Right? Whereas if you can convert and move away from oil and come into clean energy or hydro or solar or wind energy farming, that is the space of energy that you should look for future. Not nuclear, not anything else. Hydro, solar, and wind energy. Three of these energies. Any company into these three will give you enough long run returns. But you look at nuclear or thermal energy, they will soon be out of business, including nuclear. Because finally, 20 years down, 30 years down, the world will rise up that we don't want nuclear powered countries at all. Finally, it will have to come out, boil down to that. And that's again my take, my analysis. I am bound to be wrong. Human, I am bound to be wrong.
great. So think I was just trying to add one more sector, and especially wanted to call out clean energy, as you would notice, especially in Canadian research,
Markets, yeah.
and also in if you are investing in the US market. So with that, I think we have had a longer than usual analysis session today, wherein we covered not only just the ones which people usually follow for active trading, but also for longer term investments. So it was kind of a combined session, trading as well as investing. For those who are looking for the upcoming week, hopefully the analysis which Vivek sir shared, in an essence, is leaning us to wait until Tuesday or till Monday evening to open up your new positions if you are looking to go long. And depending on how Tuesday goes, then you can
Take a
hold
fresh
them
trade.
longer and take advantage of your long positions. For those who are uh, looking at much longer horizon, even these dips could be good time to add to your existing positions if you are holding. So with that, if Vivek sir, if you want to add a 30-second summary.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Okay, great. So with that, I would like to wish you all a good coming week. Hope you have a profitable week, and we will see you next session during our analysis. Thanks all. Thanks for your time. See you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you,
Have
sir. Thanks,
have
Kamal.
a nice